Introduce them, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys take it away.
Well, first of all, it's always great here to be on with Judy Wilson and Mark Willitson, and we're on with Maria Giambrone and Chris Schweda. So we're in some great company here with all of you. First of all, thank you for the invite for us to be on here together with you. We'll be very respectful of your time because we know that everyone's on here on Zoom, guys. And I know you can be out and about, just fitting what we do into the pockets of our day, into the nooks and crannies of our day. So let's kind of jump in to get started and just share with you. First of all, I'm president, as Judy says, of the Happy Co. And this is my wife, Sylvia. She's the chief experience officer. And we're just going to I'm just waiting for it to go to the next slide.
Okay, no, you go ahead.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
So
we're just
sorry, technology.
Yeah, because we're sitting here on Zoom. But it's we've been watching a lot more podcasts than anyone's ever been watching recently, and I love this one. It was David Rubenstein said it took about 100 years, for the Industrial Revolution to change the entire world. Mm-hmm. And then it took about 25 years for the internet really to change the way we live our lives. And about 10 years for the phone, as we know today, to change the world. But only about a year for the pandemic to change how much e-commerce and how much of our lives we're living online. In fact, in the first 3 months of the pandemic, the increase in the amount of commerce or e-commerce done online was equivalent to the previous 10 years. So that's incredible growth. And it's not going back, Sylvia.
No, it's not. It's actually a trend. It's not something that happened and then that's not going to happen. And everything started going online in a much bigger way than it ever had before. And it's going to continue that way. I mean, conversations online like we're doing here tonight, working online, if you can and would like to, banking, groceries, I mean, all of it from your smartphone. So, and it's what we're really asking the question tonight is, what do you think it would be like to go from just being an online consumer, because we know we're all online consumers, to becoming an online earner through this type of a business? This type of, is this something you could consider doing? Because we all know we're doing it, right? We all know we're an online consumer. We are buying from Amazon. We're buying from all these places. You're already referring things like that. So why not earn money in that way?
And we started off with Happy Coffee. Now, so why did we start off with the Happy Coffee category? We'll talk about that in a second. But we are the original and the number one. And the reason we started off with coffee is that there are 400 million cups of coffee that are consumed every day before noon. We brought out an alternative that is great tasting, less expensive. When I mean less expensive than a drip cup of coffee. That's a small cup of coffee at Starbucks. You feel it in minutes. Now, what do I mean by feel it in minutes? Not just the coffee, but you feel happy. I mean, you go, oh my gosh, I definitely feel happier. Productive energy. There are people that report weight loss. And you think, why would that be from a cup of coffee? Because the nootropics in the coffee, people think, you know what? I don't think about food as much and I tend to eat less, and there's a benefit of weight loss. People are enjoying better health because, the adaptogens, things that help with circulation, so many good stuff in there. And it's more convenient because it's delivered right to your home, and it's already a daily habit that we all have.
We don't have to teach anybody how to drink coffee.
No,
okay.
Think about it.
Or think about it. It's one of the first things I think about when my feet hit the floor in the morning. I'm going hey, coffee is one of the first things that I'm thinking about. Maybe that's not it for you. It doesn't matter. Because there are so many other things that we now have to share, and it is simple to share. What do we say? Hey, let's meet for coffee. Let's go for coffee. It's conversational. It's natural. And because it's on a website, because it's on an app, because everything's just become so much simpler online, it is simple to share. And it's fun to share, whether you share it in person or online. It's fun to share a cup of coffee with a friend. And that's what's made it such an incredible business. And we've gone beyond the happy coffee. There's happy peach tea, happy lemonade, happy shake. We just reintroduced today, happy chocolate, chai, all these different things that people are loving. They love the mood elevation. They love feeling better, more optimistic. There's so many different things that these products do. The energy. I mean, I know for me, I mean, it's one of the things that has really, really helped me become more productive, more energetic, more focused, these products. So, and hey, aren't we happier when we're giving? The dose of hope is something that automatically gets donated. It's a way that we give back. And, you know, last year we were able to donate over 1 million meals to Feeding America. And, you know, they're craveable products that people love. They're things that you'll see online, on social media, people just chatting about. I mean, Kimberly Green, 12 and a half, you know, what does that say? 12.2 inches and 7 pounds, y'all. You know, happy coffee makes for a happy day. So these, hey, there's a lot of, it's shareable online. When you have products that people literally crave, that they're like, I just can't stop thinking about it. I love these products and I love taking them every day, and they're sharing and buzzing about them online. When you have products like that, you have a great business.
And when you talk about having a great business, and when you look at the natural organic sales that were created because of that, $135 million in sales.
That was just our second year.
Without a doubt, talking
just
about
1 year's worth of
you know,
sales.
AAA rating for business for home, direct selling news talking about us. You know, social selling news ranked us #1 and #2 in growth in 2018 and in 2019. So you can see tremendous amount of growth, but you may question, well, why does that matter to me? Well, because $65 million of commissions were paid out to people like you who perhaps you're on a Zoom right now. They were on a Zoom as well. They got started, had a look at this and said, well, that makes sense to me. And they decided to seek out a little more information then to get started. And now you're seeing people enjoying success who perhaps have never enjoyed success in any business like this, who've never had an online business. But it's a natural thing to share something that you truly do love. And we make the sharing of it very simple because it's in samples. And we've done a lot just to make that process very, very easy for people, simple for people to do.
It's so simple. Have you heard about the new happy coffee everyone's talking about? I mean, you have or you haven't, right? But most people are going, happy what? Man, if there's a coffee that could make me feel happy, or maybe they're a little skeptical. And you can send them samples. I mean, the tools and system and support that we have here with the products and the brand that people are going, wow, this is really cool. Be happy. That makes me feel happy. You're just looking at it. But when you have those type of tools and support, and even an app where you can send a sample to somebody so they can experience it for themselves, I mean, it's incredible. You'll hear some incredible stories tonight, and also online. I know people have, you know, ways of sharing, whether it's on our websites, or maybe they have a group on Facebook, or something that, you know, that they want to share with you, that shares some of the stories that people have been having. This is one of the videos that's on one of the websites that you get for free when you join this company. There are 2 different websites. One is all about the products that you would send potential customers to learn about the products. The other one is about the business. Now you can learn about it like we are here tonight, or you can literally just send people to your website. This is one of the videos on your website that you would get as part of it.
And you're already doing it successfully anyway. Why not get paid for it? This is called relationship marketing. But e-commerce is something that you assume that Jeff Bezos is doing, but you're not doing it. Well, you are. It's called connection commerce. Have you ever said to someone when they asked you, where did you get that? Oh, I bought that on Amazon. Or let me send you that link. Or I bought that online.
Yes, I've done all those things.
You are successfully doing commerce. In fact, connection commerce. The only thing is you're not being paid for it. And that's what we've created here, where you can refer people to your website. And it's very simple via an app or via the phone. And the only difference this time is you get paid for it, but also tracks the ripple effect after that. And it's attracting some very serious business people. You know, here's a businessman, Mr. Fai Chan, become one of the most significant investors in our company. Built companies of over $18.5 billion in valuation. His goal is to build this to over $1 billion company. And you might say, well, why does that matter to me? Well, it matters for this reason, because his goal is to pay out over $500 million in commissions per year. That is an incredible goal to people just like you, and to make it available via the phone. And that he's growing the company in the next months ahead. They're going to be launching so many different countries, 9 countries across Asia: Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong, China, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, Malaysia, and the Philippines, because the whole world needs more happiness. In fact, we believe that everybody deserves to be happy.
So when you look at it, you're probably by now going, how would I get started in this? How does this all work? What kind of a business is this? You're talking about a ripple effect. What does that mean? Well, I love that there's the opportunity for somebody, it doesn't matter, any experience level, that they could get started in a business for $49, where you can get a business in a box that's got your websites, that's got your back office, so you can, track your business. It's got an app, so you can be sending out links or sending out videos or sending out samples, to help you grow your business. That's got all these different marketing materials. This really cool looking kit that's got all the training that you would need to get started and be successful in this business for just $49. I mean, I love that. And as it said, no employees, no franchise fees, it's online. It's on your phone. I mean, you've already got a phone, right? A lot of you are listening tonight to this Zoom on your phone. You've already got what it takes to get started. So this is just the beginning. And, sometimes people go, well, I would like to get started, but I would also like to have, on hand some of these products that we're talking about. I'd like to have some of this, Max Happy Coffee. I'd like to have some of these energy caps I've been hearing about, these, happy caps, these and different products that are available to either share or just have as a single serving drink or capsule, or, that I could have to be able to share with people, or perhaps sell them to people, or just, maybe I'm just going to drink them myself. But this is a great way to do it. It's something called the Happier Pack. So with the Happier Pack is $250, but the retail value of everything that's there inside of it is $355. So that would be $105 savings. And that's the way probably the greatest number of people decide that they want to get started when they start their happy business.
Maybe they just want to buy a happiest pack because they're thinking, hey, if I purchase a little more, I'll probably get a greater discount. They want to access to more. You want to get access to more products. They know that our products, they don't treat, they don't cure, they don't mitigate any diseases. And they're thinking, what's the worst that can happen? I've got some great tasting products, and it has some great benefits that come along with them, and I enjoy that. And then maybe I can share it with some other people as well. And that's why we got 100 single serving opportunities here, so you can use it for your own self, within your family. Maybe you want to sell them to people, maybe you want to share with them people. You got the greatest degree of flexibility, but also you can start off the fastest, and you got the biggest discount as well, when you get started. Because really it's all about, Sylvia, sharing. Simple, 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 sample, sample, sample.
Well, let's look at an example.
Example.
That rhymes. Sample, example. So let's look at that. Let's say you started to sample. Let's say you started to share. Let's say, you have the things that we talked about, that app and, some of those products. Let's say that in this example, you got started with that Happier Pack, that middle pack, not the biggest pack, the middle one, the Happier Pack for $250. What if you started earning from the cups of happy that people started enjoying? I mean, it's people, as they start trying the products, as they start drinking the coffee, imagine that, just as people sitting down in the morning, enjoying a happy coffee, enjoying some of those products. Maybe it's a happy lemonade. Maybe it's one of our happy shakes. What if you started earning from each of those cups with some customers, or you just started to share a little bit? Well, with 7 customers, this is on our most popular product purchase. It's called a Dose Duo. You would earn about $300. So, and that's, you kind of look at that and go, oh, I can see that. I got started with a half year pack. That was 250. I got 7 customers. My earnings were about $300. And it didn't just stop there, because that was just, we're looking at 1 month in this example. So it's something that as you look at it, when people get great results, when they enjoy the coffee or the shake or the lemonade or whatever it is, they're going to want to keep ordering them, in a lot of cases, month after month after month. So it's potential income from future monthly orders as well. But what if it went a little further than that? Look at those 3 people that have the hearts above their heads. They really, really love those products, and they go, you know what? I think maybe I'd like to share these. Well, let's look at an example where now you have 3 brand partners and 3 customers. What would that look like? What would that look like, again, starting with the same thing with that happier pack, but 3 people say, man, I really love that. Can I do what you do? I'd love to earn money from that, because this just makes all kinds of sense. I mean, it's a really affordable something, coffee that is like a replacement spend. You're just asking people, hey, replace your coffee, your boring coffee that doesn't do much for you other than, it has caffeine hit, but that's all it has. What if I got this other coffee that had all kinds of other benefits? And what if I could share that with people? Or the happy shake? What if I could earn money with this? What would that look like? Well, in this scenario, it's we're looking at about $500, and now you can start earning on other people's efforts. What do I mean by that? What I mean is those 3 brand partners, they can share too.
Mm-hmm.
So what if you started earning from each cup of coffee that not only your customers, not only these brand partners that are now starting to share, but their customers, and then brand partners that, they share with, and their customers, and so on, up to 10 times. What is the ripple effect that you could potentially create on a monthly basis as everyone starts spreading the word about what they love? Because residual income, I mean, we hear that term sometimes, residual income. What does that even mean? It's repeat income from repeat purchases and growth. As think of throwing a rock and that ripple effect, the rock in the pond, and that ripples out from you. You could be getting paid on each purchase that those people made, when you think about that with something as, that people love as much as coffee.
And there's no perfect duplication where it grows 3, you get 3, you get 3.
Sure.
It's just an illustration, gives you an idea as to what's happening. But also you're trying to see the potential. So there's no guarantee of income, but this is an income disclosure statement. It's kind of the Federal Trade Commission wants you to look back into the past and share with people, what kind of success of people had who have got started, learn how to build a business that they shared. So someone can take a snapshot, look back at it, and based upon that go, okay, what does it take to build a business? In other words, if you had in your mind an income that would make sense to you, and how long did it
As
take?
a business.
Yeah, you're making that money on a monthly basis. And then when you ask yourself the question, okay, how many people got there? How long did it take them to get there? What kind of average incomes did they have there? What type of business they have? Okay, I can see that. I can make an informed decision as to how this might work for me and my family. So get back with the people who invited you on this Zoom. There's a few things that you may want to know. One is at least try the products. You're going to hear from Marie and Mark Giambrone, and you're going to hear also from Chris Schweda, because we believe that everybody deserves to be happy. Get all of your questions answered. Meet some of the people that have started sharing the business here and being successful, and hear their stories. You're going to hear from Marie and Mark and Chris Schweda, but there are many other stories that you could hear as well. But either way, as I said, try our products, see the stories, plug into the support system, and see the type of success that's possible for you. So God bless you. Thank you very much. And let me pass it back to Chris Schweda and Marie and Mark Giambrone. Thank you.
Does that mean I'm going first?
I'll give it to you first.
Maybe it's, I don't know, would it be ladies first? I have no idea.
You want to go first, Maria?
Sure, I'll go first.
All right.
Thank you. And I'm doing this solo today, so it's just me, not me and Mark tonight. Hi, everybody. Thank you for allowing me to share. I'm Maria Giambrone. I am a wife to Mark, as you guys know, and I'm a mom to 3 amazing kids. I worked in corporate America for 26 years, and I always had a very visible position. I worked for pretty famous executives in corporate America in Manhattan. And while I would sit on the bus every day going into my commute into Manhattan, it was a 3-hour commute. So I would do an hour and a half each way. I would pray. I would say, please let there be something that would replace my income. And I always had side gigs going on. I always had a health coaching business, or I was in different network marketing companies, but nothing would ever really fully replace my income because I made a very good salary. So about 4 years ago, we were going through a really, really rough time. My husband was just diagnosed with cancer. And as a health coach, I would help people navigate their nutrition and help them to get healthier. But I just couldn't help us because I was so stressed about what was going on in our life. I couldn't get out of the funk that we were going through. And around the same time, these products were introduced to us. So we received them and I said, well, it's coffee. I'm a health coach. I looked at the ingredients. They look good. Let's give it a try. So Mark and I gave it a try. And within 24 hours, we noticed a significant difference. But I'm a realist. I'm a New Yorker. And I said, oh, it's in my brain. It's the placebo effect. I'm just looking for something to work for us to make me happier. And that's what I thought it was. But we started giving it to other people, and people were coming back to us saying, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe it. I feel so good. So we kind of started to realize that it really wasn't a placebo effect, that it was really working for other people. But something was pulling me not to do this as a business, right? And everybody started saying, oh, we're going to sell it. And I kept on saying, oh, I just can't do it. I was working full time. I was getting another certification in my side business. Mark had cancer. I was coaching cheer. We had a lot going on. And I say this because I want people to understand that if you really put your mind to something, you could achieve whatever you want. So Mark gave me a little bit of a nudge and he said, listen, if we could just impact one life, just change one life by this, let's just go for it and see where it goes. So we decided to jump in, and we did with some of our friends, and we have created an amazing business. Now, had I not gone forward with this, we would not be where we are today. I prayed for something. God gave it to me. Even though I was pushing it away, it was in my face, and we had to go forward with it. And because of this business, we've helped to change thousands of lives. We've changed our lives mentally, physically, financially. My husband is healthy, thank God. We have been able, I left corporate America. I am running this business full time, and we help other people run this business part-time, full-time, however much time they want to put into it. And we're all about changing lives. Everything has been changed because of this business and because of these products in our life. So if you are thinking about doing this, I can't say any more amazing things about it. It has been a life changer for everybody. Like I said, I replaced my corporate salary in Manhattan. And you get out of this what you put into it. We went into this and we said, this is what we're going to do. This is going to work for us. And as Garrett and Sylvia said, how do we do this? We sample. People say, how did you grow a business so big? We sampled to everybody. Anybody that had a pulse, we were sampling to. And that's really it. It's as simple as, hey, you want to try a cup of coffee? It makes me feel great. Why don't you give it a try? Now, keep in mind, guys, I'm a health coach, so I have all the science backgrounds. I don't even give all that information out because it's unnecessary. We keep it as simple as possible. Anybody could do this. Busy moms, corporate executives, you name it. We are all able to do this just by sharing happiness. And that's what we do. We have a business where we're able to sell happiness. How cool is that? So get with the person who who brought you onto this call. Listen to Chris's story. He has an amazing story too, and join us. We would love to have you as part of our community. Thanks for letting me share.
Hello, guys. I'm Chris Schweda from New Orleans. Thank you so much, Maria. You know, what I love about this industry is just the relationships and the people that we've been able to not only impact, but get to know and build relationships with. So that's been a lot of fun. So my backstory is I was a horseshoer. I literally spent my day under a horse's butt every day. And I was not going to ever get where I really wanted to go. Growing up, we all had big dreams, big aspirations. And I can promise you, spending my day under a horse's butt was not putting me in those big dreams and aspirations. So I wasn't like this corporate person like Maria or this huge success. But it just seemed so cool that people could work from home and make money. So I got started, and boy, was I a huge success. I made like $500 in my first 2 years. And I was taught a couple things. One, it takes the rest of your life to fail. And the only way to fail is to quit. I share that to share this. I went from being the epitome of what not to do to a six-figure earner in this industry. And because of the systems, have been able to do it multiple times in multiple different types of businesses. So I'm sharing that to share this. I went from having a six-figure income from 05 all the way up until 15 was my last year when I got sick. And I found myself in the worst position I'd ever been in. I went from, you know, having a great income to not being able to pay my bills, to finding myself $40,000 in credit card debt, $40,000 home equity line of credit, the air conditioning's out of my house. And in New Orleans, that's not cool. Like, you can't do no air condition, right? So I went from that to a friend of mine sharing this magical unicorn coffee that is supposedly doing all this stuff. And if I didn't have the trust and belief in them, like, I wouldn't have believed all the stuff they were sharing that this coffee was doing. Being where I was, what I would consider would be depression or anxiety for me, and just feeling like a loser. Going from being a winner, having success, to not being able to pay my bills, I did not feel like a winner. So with that, I was like, if this coffee is doing all this stuff for you, I need to try this stuff. And I did. And what I can share with you is within 15 minutes, I was on the phone with Mark and Judy going, what in the world is in this stuff? And is it legal? Because I like it. And with that being said, what we did, a group of us, along with Maria and a whole bunch of us, put together a very simple system. And the system was so simple that even a horseshoer can do it, or even a bus boy, bus driver, you name it, anyone could do it. And it really boiled down to as simple as drink coffee, be happy, share your story, what it did for you. Like, where I was being depressed and going through all the things I was going through, feeling like a loser, to all of a sudden not caring, just feeling amazing and feeling like myself for the first time in 2 years. And I just shared that story with people by asking the simple question that you heard, you know, Sylvia ask. Have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's been talking about? And then basically they would say, what is that? And I'd go, oh my gosh. And I'd share I was going through all this stuff and I drank this stuff. And for the first time in 2 years, I felt normal again. It's amazing. Hey, if I send you a quick video, when can you watch a 3-minute video? Hey, if I add you to a Facebook group, and that's all we did, is we added people to a Facebook group, tagged them in a message, and we shared coffee with them. So step 3 was share a tool. We shared coffee, we shared a website, we shared a Facebook group. And then step 4 was we would just ask them, hey, did you try the coffee? And they'd say yes. And we'd go, wow, can you see why we're so excited? And they would go, yes. And if they had any questions, this is what I loved about it. We didn't have to answer them. I have no idea. Like, somebody, what's in the coffee? I'm like, I have no idea. All kinds of good stuff that makes you happy. You like to be happy, right? And what happened is all we did is put those people on the phone with someone else and let that person answer the question, or put them on a Zoom like this, and then they would get their answers to all their questions. So that was a system that we ran. So I went from being flat broke, busted, disgusted, sharing that simple 4-step system, to basically 3 years later. I mean, not only did we fix the air conditioning, all that stuff in the first month, paid all the debt off, all the debt is gone, basically for the first time, have a nice nest egg in the bank. We bought our dream property on the water. So we literally went from not being able to afford anything, not especially gas prices right now, I couldn't afford to fill my car up with fuel, to basically having more money in the bank than we ever had in our entire life. And it's all because we plug people in a very simple system and plug them into an incredible community. So guys, if you're like me and you're ready to take your life to the next level, there's only a couple types of people that check this out. There's one group of people that say, you know what? Hey, I drink coffee anyway. I want to be happy. Great. Give it the person, invite you on this call, like Maria said, and tell them, hey, I'm a number one. I want to be happy. And then there's that other group of people that's like, man, you know what? That seems pretty simple. I tell people about stuff all the time. If that's all we have to do, I can do that too. So you're telling me for under $500 or for, $500 and some dollars, I can own a business and be able to decide what I'm worth? Like, that makes a lot of sense. So if you're that type of person, you're a number two. Get with the person, invite you on this call, and let them know, hey, I'm a number one or I'm a number two, and get started. So you either want to be happy and make extra money, or just be happy. So tell them you're a one if you just want to be happy, and you're a two if you want to be happy and make extra money. That being said, thank you so much for jumping on the call. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to hand this over to somebody or tell everybody good night. Don't know. Beautiful part
Great
about
job,
it.
Chris.
Over to you,
Great
Mark
job.
and Judy.
Woohoo! Great job, you guys. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much, Garrett and Sylvia. As Chris said, get with the person that shared this video. Or invited you